Howdy, everybody, and welcome to an edition of the Rising Legends Chapter 3. I, of course, am your kindest most beloved overlord, Real God Extraordinary DLBot 2016, with my germs of Flameboy Fly, Fly Guy 98.
Coding! Oh, jeez.
Our Spirit King Hiiro.
I didn't know we could cause the man to have a heart attack by intimidating him that hard.
No, you didn't do that. You made his head explode.
Pretty sure it was a heart attack. Anyway.
We don't, whatever.
Anyway. Our Heart of Chaos Chalice.
How do I get off of this thing?
You don't.
Anyway.
Our Goblin Slaying Goblin,
Oh.
Sentaifan.
So do I get to kill things or not?
Not yet.
Damn it.
Not yet.
Josh, we're waiting on you to get in the game, by the way. So all you need to do is get in.
Anyway.
Because I noticed everybody but Charles is in the game, so.
And finally,
No. Oh, why is it loading limbo?
And finally, our wonderful DM, Markus.
Hello, everyone. We are. I don't know that his. I don't know that he had a heart attack. I will just say that.
Well, he died. Oh, he just died.
He did die.
And it wasn't by my sword.
Then he just keeled over and died.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna waste even with or without the recap. I'm not gonna waste too much time. Yeah, getting a diamond out, just bringing the guy back because that's kind of not a good look on us.
Yeah, you guys walked in and you're in with a dead captain right now. So, to recap for anyone who might be listening, the group has snuck under false pretenses. As a famous minstrel and his entourage had a wonderful performance that they're still like dancing and shit going on in the main area. Yeah, because and backstage currently is Rex and Gears and Amber are hanging out still behind the curtain backstage. Your warlock Cairo and Angus are followed the Lord Captain Dreisland into his quarters, questioned him. We're told that that the King Hecaton was being held captive aboard a ship. Does anyone remember the name of the ship?
The Great
Let me
Dane?
see if I can.
No, Great Dane.
No,
ship they're on.
No, it was something different. I'm trying to remember the name. I don't think we were told. Were we told the name of the ship?
Yes, you were.
Because I remember being told. I remember being told about the Kraken Society and stuff like that, but not the ships.
He was a member of the Kraken Society, and he told you that King Hecaton is a prisoner aboard the Morkoth, and I will put that name in the chat.
I got it. I see. I have it written down. I just didn't know if that was the name.
I just put it at the last thing. So yeah, that's
Let me put ship. Let me put the word "ship" in quotes around near the name Morkoth. I remember.
And he said it sails around the northern islands of the trackless sea.
Yeah, and I think after that point, that's where I think he keeled over.
And then he grabbed his head. He muttered some stuff about no, and then his eyes widened in terror, and his blood came out of his nose and his eyes, and he keeled over on his desk again. And that is where we left off, and that is where we will begin.
And of course, starting things off, the only way I really know how here of going ahead and doing that.
Okay. And it's definitely been within a minute.
Yeah.
You touch him. Why does that have a spell save DC?
I think it's just the thing that's with all the spells. I think it's just the thing that's just there. I
Right,
believe.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I think he would be willing. Everyone's pretty much willing to come back to life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you see him
Who is-
stir, and he sits up for a second, and he sees you, and he kind of like he looks very confused, and there's still like he touches his face, and you can feel pulls back where you can see the blood on his fingers,
Yeah.
and he looks at you too, and he's like, and he sees what was left of like he sees like the diamond dust like that's kind of falling out of your hand at this point for your
Yeah.
material component, and you see a look of recognition, like he knows kind of what you did.
Yeah.
And he smiles, and he says, "You fool." He says, "There's no way he's letting me live." And he looks again, his eyes widen again, and same thing. Like this time there's blood coming out of his ears as well. And he grabs his head and he collapses again.
Okay, at this point, I don't even know if there's really any way to like, because if that's gonna happen again, I don't know if there's a way to really bring him back easily without him just
I
dying.
don't know, but you guys are currently in a cabin of a dead captain, and there's a lot of you hear a lot of you're starting to hear some people like maybe make their way down the hall past the door.
Yeah. Well, I did have the door shut when we entered before.
You did shut it. Yeah, them say there. But you can hear people like footsteps like going past that hallway, the staff only hallway that he went down.
Yeah.
So
let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can figure out if I have any things that can help. At least like, because I know trying to bring him back at this point is just going to be like, and this is obviously like trying to talk like outside of the game, so technically not a lot of stuff would have gone by. It's like there's not really much ways to bring him back. That's just not going to have him just, if he says that and then dies again, it's clear that there's something else going on here.
Right. That sounds reasonable.
Let's see here. Trying to think here about this. Almost at this point, like I know it's gonna seem just bad to think about, but we might want to find out like a time frame where there's nobody walking by the door and just try to leave and like just shut the door in a way that would make it not hard to open, but would make it to like if somebody else went in, they wouldn't know that it was they wouldn't know that we were in there.
Okay. What are you gonna do exactly?
Well, more basically start by like just kind of listening like near the door to see if there's like if there's an amount of time between like each staff member going through to figure out like a time frame for being able to jump out, like, but not jump out literally, but more jump out as and quickly get out the door and shut it basically real fast.
Okay, so you're just gonna open the door and then step out quick.
Well, it's more like just kind of like I was gonna say like I said, like listen at the door, see if I can figure out like a time frame where there's not like a sizable amount of time where there's no like staff walking through.
So you're like basically putting your ear up to the door.
Pretty much.
Okay, Angus, are you doing anything at this point?
I'm just following. I was following what Hiro's doing.
Okay, so you're just behind Cairo, like, and they've got
basically kind of listening and like I am.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in the captain's quarters, you are listening to the door. Roll me a perception check, please.
Both of us or just.
Well, if you're following behind him, he was listening at the door. If you listen, I will give him advantage, like you're helping him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just have to wait for my my Chrome wants to act up right now, so I'm waiting for the page to start responding so I can roll.
Sure.
Because Chrome for some reason likes to pull the stunt where it's like, oh, it's not responding. Hello, Chrome. You mind responding, please? There we go. Thank God. Fucking hell. That took a or not.
Oh.
Hey, at least we're doing Theory of the Mind stuff right now.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just not like
loading up a dungeon.
Oh, there we go. Finally. I think I can finally hit the I think I could finally hit it. Game? Oh my god. Please roll 20. Not tonight, please.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, let me just close that real quick on my... Nice, thanks, laptop. I love and hate this laptop sometimes because now it's acting like it doesn't want to stay connected to the internet right now. Great.
Oh.
That sucks, man. I totally feel for you. I've had that happen to me sometimes too.
This is why like I gotta get a new laptop at some point because this is actually starting to become like this is almost feels like it's reoccurring sometimes.
How long have you had that laptop?
Longer than I should have.
Damn.
Would you like
That's what
me
it
to
feels.
click your perception for you?
I think it did click actually. I think I see it there, but I don't know if it's through for everybody though.
I haven't seen the roll yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
'Cause I can see it, but like I just want to wait till it cuts back in case that's not what it was or something.
You want to tell us what the roll was?
It was a 14, so it's nothing
Did
crazy.
you roll with advantage?
Oh no, it was 14 twice.
Oh, okay.
It was a double 14, so like there we go. Now we're back on. We're back. It's back on finally. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, but you just dropped from the game.
I did because it looks like I'm still there.
No. I see Marcus, Flutter, myself, DL, and Chalice.
Huh? Because I'm literally looking at the game right now. So.
All right, then I'm gonna type something. I'm gonna type in, "Hey, can you see this?"
Yeah, I literally just saw. I literally saw the you're typing. Yeah, I can see it.
None of us can see you in the. Let me
Yeah,
reload.
you're not in the game.
Yeah.
We can't see you in the game.
That
That's
is
weird.
bizarre.
Type
That's
something in the chat yourself.
Let me just put that.
I think it's just reloaded.
Well, I just wanted to see if
Did you see? I was about to ask you. Did you see him when you reloaded? Can you see him now?
Nope.
That's weird because I'm literally still in the game. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
you're
Oh,
gonna.
there we
there you
go.
go.
There we
Oh,
go.
You just pop back in, and your rolls just showed up too. Okay.
oh,
So I will say that with that roll, you think it sounds clear, but you're not crazy confident. There's your high too, by the way. You're not
yeah.
crazy confident that it's quiet, but you think it is.
Okay, I gotta think about how to do this here because I don't know if it's like if it's a good idea to try to like because if I'm not 100% because obviously if we're in this kind of situation, not being confident is not a good thing when you currently dealing with a dead guy on the other side of the room.
Can I just like take a peek outside the door?
Okay, yeah, you could. You could just
I mean,
crack
if you
the
want
door
to
open.
like crack the door just enough where they don't realize
the
it's open.
door opens with the hinge is to the left, so the door opens
Yeah.
outward so that it kind of almost blocks a little bit of the hallway, and maybe about half of it. Like you could get around it, but it would block a little bit of the hallway, and you really
Yeah.
can't see to the front of the ship where
Oh.
there's a there's a hallway, and then there's some like curtains that were at the end of the hallway and a couple of doors, but you
Yeah.
can't see you can't see that side. You can look back and see the door that would have led you to the back of the ship and back to the dance floor. Between
Right.
you and that back door, there's nothing
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Okay.
As soon as you would see that, if we knows that, then we just as soon as you see that, basically just dart out the door, kind of shut the door real quick, and then just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you shut the door,
Yeah.
you do see behind you, who is come like south of the curtain,
Yeah.
just a looks like just a regular member of the crew, like one of the sailing members of the crew, and they they see you exiting they don't seem alarmed. You guys just kind of stepped out and started walking back. They 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 don't seem to have too much of an issue with you.
More confused that we're back here.
They're noting they see you, but there's not a But
they're like whatever.
As you're walking back towards the common, like the civilian area, like they're not like worst they were gonna do would maybe tell you to leave the crew only, but you're leaving anyway, so they see you walking back. So in the meantime, any of the guys who are back hanging out behind stage, behind the curtains, are you doing anything while they have gone and were in with the you obviously not knowing what they just went through? Giving Gears and Rex and Amber a moment if there's anything you guys want to be doing while they went to go investigate and talk to the captain.
Honestly, I'm unsure. Is there like any since it's like so like in the morning, like maybe I just like I don't know, like see if like there's
it's
anything around.
It's still really like it's not definitely not sunrise yet. It's probably about 2-3 in the morning. It's getting late, but it's still dark outside. You did notice that you guys could tell like after the performance, the ship did turn around and start heading back. So you know you're on the back end of the trip.
Back after the trip.
You know it goes down, it travels down and back down and up the river. Like right now, so are you looking for what are you looking for exactly?
I'm unsure. Like, is there anything to note?
Right now, you guys were behind the stage. You're backstage with the curtains drawn because your performance was over, and you can hear the crowd out on the dance floor, and they're just crowd noises. You hear, there's some, they have their own little house band, which is just definitely not as good as Rex, but they're playing this music.
Just go and sit down to take a rest, I guess.
Okay, and there's some seats out along the wall, and you guys can go do that.
I did a lot of dancing, so you know.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so you step out and you find yourself a nice seat, towards the back corner where you're at, towards the back of the ship against the wall, and there's people dancing on the dance floor.
I don't know, maybe maybe drink some water or something.
Yeah.
You know, just relax for in case something happens. I won't be tired.
Okay. There's people around at a casino that are walking around serving drinks. Probably hard pressed to find water. You could find maybe a little bit of ale or some wine or something because that's kind of what people are passing around. So yeah, you can get a refreshment and hydrate a little bit and sit. Rex and Gears, or anything you guys want to be doing? Amber has stepped off the stage and went off to the side to have a seat.
I don't know, honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys just gonna stand backstage, just keep back there until the other folks come back?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I guess I'm just keeping an eye on the crowd to see if anything of note happens.
Okay. All right.
So
well,
if something happens, I can run, go bolting back and let them warn people.
All right. Well, you're the first ones to see. I'm assuming that Cairo and Angus are going to be just coming through the door back to the dance floor area.
At a moderate enough pace of we don't want to be near that area anymore kind of thing. Let's go.
So, yeah, Amber, you see them come through. They're the first two through the door. Across the dance floor, you see the door open, and you see, you don't see them both. You're from your vantage point, you can see Cairo's head over coming through the crowd.
You can see the tippy top of me, but you can't even see Angus.
Yeah, Angus is down. Is blocked by all the people on the dance floor, but they're blazing a path. People are moving out of their way, and they're getting towards the back of the stage. Okay, you guys have made it back so far. No one seems to be any the wiser to what's happening.
To the fact that the crap is kind of dead.
Yep.
Yikes.
And for once, it's not my fault.
No, it's actually neither of our faults. Actually, I tried.
By the way, you do need to remove that. That's still cast, so that diamond is gone.
Oh, I know. I already did that already.
Okay.
I had that. I was already doing the removing stuff before I even cast it to begin.
What a waste of a perfectly good diamond.
So you figure you have about, if you're staying on the boat till it's done, you have about 3 hours on that boat.
Yeah. I'm probably. I don't know how well it would work, but just like, let me see if I can think of something here to maybe like, at the very least, like, hide myself a little bit. If I have to figure out a way to do him too, I can.
Hide. What are you gonna do to hide? I mean, the boats are pretty
Well, I'm
crowded.
trying to.
It's pretty crowded.
That's what
This
I'm
is
trying
a
to figure out
this is like, you know, this is a gambling boat. So
I know that's why I'm trying to look through like my cantrips and stuff to see if I can figure out anything at all. Nothing really there. I think just honestly, just like the best thing I can think of to do is just like straight up, just like put my hood up and try to make it, try to conceal myself a little more inside of it, basically. So that way, if they try to see at least me, it's going to be a little harder.
So, they basically report back to us on what they found, or no?
well, I'd say you guys. Are you just coming back and just not saying anything? Yeah. So are you gonna usher Amber backstage and tell them what happened? What's the deal?
Yeah, let's usher Amber back to the stage.
Probably coming through, like as I'm coming through, just give her like even though not completely aware of like what the group does, and just give her like a look of just like get backstage real quick because there's something big happened.
All right, so I like silently nod and I quietly like move back.
Oh boy! For like a brief second, he Kara takes like a deep breath and just goes, "Well, we questioned the captain. Captain just kind of died.
That's bad.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Tried to bring him back. He died again.
That is also bad.
Did you get any information out of him then?
Oh, we have the information. It's just he's dead.
Yeah, we also found out that the Giant King is still alive.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
And we actually know exactly where he is. We'll give you more information when we're actually off the boat, because I want to be off this boat before we say anything, because I want to be as far away from this place as possible.
An excellent suggestion, Hiiro. But to that I pose to you a question. And how do we get off?
Why do you think? The thing is, the only two of us that are kind of major, not in a good position right now, are just me and Angus, and I'm trying to like just kind of, you know, hide the fact that I'm who I am.
Okay, let's think here.
Now, I will say, understand, and you would know this. There's no reason you wouldn't know this. Is that you guys also you're like, okay, you could definitely put up your your hood and everything else, but don't forget the part of your whole like facade here was you came on board with a lot of fanfare for the entire entourage. Like there was a bit of pomp and circumstance with your entrance.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to complete.
It's gonna be tough for not have people know who you are, because everyone was looking at who you are when you came on board. That was the thing. That was the thing to sell the whole.
Hold on, I need to look at
something.
Right?
It's as if like for example, like Michael Jackson showed up at like a concert and then he just murdered the president.
Well, remember, with that situation, it's a little different though, because we obviously didn't actually murder the guy. Like we questioned him and he died after that point.
Query.
Yep.
We're talking Michael Jackson before or after the accusations?
I mean, doesn't matter either way. It's the same thing either way. It's technically the same thing either way. Technically,
I'm just an example.
Yeah, anyway. It's an example, not like an actual full-on thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
So
at
yeah,
least like on like the ship, just kind of trying to like just not blend in per se, but just not stand out quite as much per se. Even though I know we're technically in this regard we were being watched. Yeah, I know that, but I mean like just not as like not quite as standoutish, but still, I guess somewhat technically.
so again, you have it's still dark. You're on a
Yeah.
fairly decent sized river in this boat, and you are the plan is right now you're just kind of sitting behind stage and trying to not be seen.
Yeah, to a minor degree, basically, because I know if we get seen, it's going to end up happening probably because of the grandiose nature of us coming on this boat in the first place.
Yeah.
So, what's the
For
plan
now, it's just kind of trying not to get straight up spotted right now. To be perfectly honest.
Okay,
Of course
okay, okay.
We could pretend to go to our cabins and rest.
You don't have cabins.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have cabins.
Yeah, there are not guest cabins. Guests overnight are gambling and in the
It's
Well,
basically a case of
in
you
the
go on the
dining
boat.
hall.
Well, actually, two of us are the ones who just got away from the area. If those two are just like keep out of sight, and we can just like, direct attention to us instead.
Yeah, like basically, like they kind of just go out and like just kind of, I guess, just keep everybody out, keep them from finding us. Basically, I guess to a degree.
Okay. Is everybody still all behind the curtain?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah.
Anybody? Okay, so no one can see
Not
out on the
at least
dance
not
floor.
like at least not yet.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um. So nothing's you're back there. Let's say about like 30, 40 minutes passes.
Yeah.
And everything seems fine. You hear they're the band takes a break and the dance floor kind of clears a little bit. People start moving back down to get like refresh their drinks and get like more food and stuff.
Get some new things and stuff like that.
So yeah, so the band's like, we'll be back in 10 minutes. We're gonna take a break, and they go off. The house band in the other corner kind of
Yeah.
goes away. And so you can hear that like at that, and you can hear that there sounds like there's less people.
Yeah.
About another 15 minutes passes,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear from down past that door, you start hearing
Uh-oh.
some loud voices.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Can't make them out, but you can hear them.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right, staying where you're at.
For now, until we maybe hear somebody getting closer, because I don't know about how I'm gonna get him out of this, but I know at least how I'm getting out of this.
I'm just gonna pretend to just like sleep a bit, like like pretend to like be relaxed, so that like I don't feel like I don't look like
So you okay?
I'm just gonna be looking like I'm like lightly dozing off.
Okay. Well, right now you're not looking at anything to anybody because nobody can see backstage unless they were to go around and go past the curtain.
No, but like no.
In case somebody does.
But in case someone comes in, you're gonna be like, I am just sleeping.
We should all just look normal. What
I'm getting at. You're doing that thing where you're at a sleepover and you're staying up like later than the parents like said you should stay up. So you hear them coming and everybody pretends they're asleep. So when the door opens,
it just makes sense that I'd be resting because I did the dance.
What you just did, yeah.
You did. So, okay, so you hear a voice. Everybody, I guess, because everyone can roll a perception for me.
All right.
See if you recognize the voice. Okay.
Here we go. Oh,
that definitely does. Okay.
Oh snap.
Okay. So you said
let's just see.
Perception.
Wait, hold on. Wait, did I just get a nat 20?
No,
that's
your perception is like plus 11. You actually got like a 9.
9. You got like a.
Oh.
Oh, come on!
Oh
I'm
no,
sorry.
DL's deaf.
Sorry, DL.
All right.
Rex hasn't rolled his though.
He has not.
Yeah, we're just waiting on one roll.
There-
There we go.
There we go. Okay,
There
so
we go.
Rex and Amber recognize the voice as Pao Ming, the lady who was the pit boss, basically.
Yeah.
The one that was that led you upstairs. She was the
She was the one who
was the-
basically.
yeah, she was basically the like
Wasn't she in the poker game?
she was not playing in the poker game. She's the one that got you from the poker game. You saw her
To us.
earlier, like working the floor and like keeping an eye on people and stuff. So she's basically, if you've ever been in a casino, there's always someone who is basically the pit boss.
Yeah, there's always
who
someone
is-
who's like basically
like they're watching the floor,
below-
making sure if you guys had been caught cheating, Pao Ming probably would have been the one that
To do
Just
something
thank
about
us. Got it.
yeah, that would have said, would have got that. So you hear her voice, you recognize her voice, and she's very calm, but
Okay.
commanding. And you hear her go, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna need to clear the dance floor. We think there may be some rough seas up ahead, and we know that the upper levels are gonna have a little more problems staying stable. So we need to lock things down up here. So if you guys can just head on down and continue gambling. And she goes, here, I'm handing drink tickets to or drink chips to everyone. Have
Yeah.
a free one on us. And she's, that's what you hear. And you do hear the crowd, like you hear people going down the spiral staircase because it's kind of just right
Yeah.
outside of the thing. That's what you hear. So it sounds like she is clearing everyone from the dance hall up top.
And I would say, honestly, hearing that, though, because honestly, to blend in a bit better, it might even be better to go down there with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you come
Like, just, like,
outside.
kind of blend into the crowd, basically.
Okay, so you come out from behind the curtains. Did you guys come out
Yeah.
all at once? Just come out like from behind the curtains? as a
I
group?
think we should like come out, like space it out a bit. Like I'd go out with
Like one, maybe like a few seconds in between each person, like just like a
Yeah.
2 seconds or something between.
like spread us all out just in case.
Okay, so
Yeah.
who's going out first?
I mean,
What's your order, and tell me how long are you spacing out, folks, if you're doing it that way, so I know what.
I'll probably go off first, but like not looking directly at her, like looking kind of towards the direction, but not like straight in her direction. Just kind of making like going kind of quick, and then maybe telling them like wait a couple seconds after I go to then someone else go behind me.
Okay.
And
Like
I'd
like maybe
be-
3 seconds or something like that.
I'd be doing my usual thing of pretending to be Flutter's lover.
Okay. Hold on. She definitely notices you guys come from around the stage, and who was the first one out? Who was the first?
Me.
Okay. She puts her hand and stops you for a second. She goes, "Hold on one second, gentlemen. Let's let the dance floor here clear."
All right.
And so basically you guys are all. She knows you're all there now because she's
Like
she's
she knew
like,
she
"Hold
knew
on."
we were back there basically.
No, she saw you come out. She was
Yeah.
she's watching things, and the crowd's already moving down. So she saw you guys come from around the side of the stage. And do
Yeah.
that.
Like she saw us
And-
come out from behind the curtain basically.
And so is everyone gonna kind of come out now behind Cairo, or you guys are gonna be standing back behind this?
Should we just like?
I mean, I
Hero,
would assume like I would assume it would be probably better for everybody to come out because she would probably assume that like if I was back there that everybody else was probably back there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you, Sentai.
it looks like we never left.
So Angus is like right beside you, kind of like flanking you a little bit when you go out.
Yeah.
So everybody is. So you guys are complying, I guess, staying there till people go down
Yeah.
to the thing.
Oh, okay.
So unless someone wants to push past her,
Probably
I
that's
mean,
not to
there's
make
no-
a scene.
There's
Well,
no.
see the thing is though, pushing past her would make it seem more suspicious per se.
Yeah,
Right.
if we just like calmly like keep to like.
It's kind of just like calmly complying as good as we can, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's no need to panic yet.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet at least.
So, you you're basically you're waiting, and everyone gets clear, and she
Yeah.
says and she basically she addresses Rex, because seeing Rex as the leader of the group in this
At least
context,
that's the current moment.
Yes.
and says there appears to have been an accident, and we can't rule out foul play, but um, the captain is dead.
He's dead. Oh dear.
Yes.
That's
We're aware of it.
That's
Okay.
Excuse me, you're aware?
Flutter.
God.
Flutter.
No, we're aware.
So,
Flutter.
At this point, like it's correcting him. Just like we're aware because of you telling us now.
We're aware because you're telling us. It's terrible that this happened. Is there any idea of how we
Is
can
there
help?
is there anything we can do to help you at all?
Yeah.
she goes, actually, there is. And
Hmm?
Flutter, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, boy.
Oh dear.
This could go a couple ways.
Yes, it could.
Okay.
Just waiting for the save show because for some reason it's not showing.
Well, I didn't even
There's-
roll it.
I see it now.
Was that enough?
Okay.
Was that enough?
All right. Well, she actually
Uh-oh.
then she actually kneels down after so you kind of feel like maybe like a little tickle in your mind, I guess is probably the
Yeah.
best way to say that. And she ends up kneeling down to be kind of like very like close to like Angus's like level.
Right.
And she says, and what about you, my and she's very kind of condescending. What about you, my gross little friend? Says,
Wow.
Like stupid.
do you know, were you aware as well? And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
All right.
Thank God two of us have what we do because.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. She says, and she says, stay here. And she walks down the opens the crew door that you guys saw. It opens and shuts, and you basically can't see her anymore. She's walking somewhere towards the front of the ship, towards where his room was.
That's ominous.
That's suspicious.
I
think
have a very
she
bad
was
feeling
reading
about this.
I think she was reading your minds.
She might have been.
Yeah.
Either that or she was casting suggestion.
So
I feel suggestion's a little different though.
So
Yeah.
do you stay where she's saying stay, or?
I mean, at this point, like it might honestly just be better too, because like the less trouble we cause, probably the better.
But at the same time, that's also opening up more opportunities for us to read our minds if she actually is doing that.
Yeah. I think we might want to do what she says.
Yeah, even though she could potentially read our minds more, that's the best we can do right now. Is try not to seem completely obvious.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Let's see.
Might have an idea.
Okay. Is there any chance that I could use enhanceability or some kind when it comes to the checks, or?
How long does that take to cast?
I think it's like an action, which would be about a minute.
And what are the components of it? Does it say?
I think it's just
So yeah, you could do it now, but you'd have to choose what ability you're enhancing and who to enhance. Because if you did it when she was like, I can't, if I did it when I said do a check, it's too late. Because and then also it would be very obvious you were casting a spell. You have to say it out loud.
Okay.
But you can do it now on somebody.
I'd say do it on like who is most likely to get red next.
Well, the thing is, though, remember I have it too, so I'm gonna probably do it on my enhanced ability on myself of specifically Owl's wisdom for wisdom based stuff.
For your perception for your wisdom saving throw.
And
Is that wait, is that saving throws or ability checks or both?
Let me see.
Because that may not be saving throws.
Someone else should do something for Angus just in case.
Let me check real quick. It just says wisdom checks in general. It doesn't say like anything.
I don't think a saving throw. Let me see. Hold on. Is a saving throw?
I mean,
considered a check. I'm gonna see what the official rule is.
That's the thing. Like that's the part that makes it. If it's not, then I won't. If it's not, then I won't do it. Obviously, but.
No, actually, if it just says skill checks, then
the
saving throw is not going to be covered.
It just says wisdom. It just says wisdom check. It just says wisdom it just says checks of like any kind and like the kind like what depending on which one you use it on. It says that.
Pop
it just says
pop the text in there. I don't think enhanced ability does saving throws.
Doesn't.
Okay. Question.
Yeah, this is saying intelligence checks, wisdom checks. Those are not saving throws, so it would not help you.
Okay, then there's no point in doing it.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know this by like going on these a whole lot. Does this cruise ship have emergency boats you can like get on and get out on?
They do not have lifeboats. This is It's not an ocean vessel. It's like a river boat type thing. They don't.
Those the boats with like the big spindle on the back. He's got the big spindle.
They're kind of like basically they're like that. I mean, you guys
we're really stuck, aren't we?
You might be able to make it to shore if you jumped overboard, possibly.
I just don't know that. I just don't know now.
Is there anywhere we can like look out of like a window or something? Like, is the shore visible at all?
Yes, I would say that from being out on the. I mean, right now it's not very visible, but it would be maybe a couple athletics checks to make sure you could swim to shore, and you don't know what else in the water, but it is something that you could see the shore.
I'd say that what we could do is we could stall for time, and if it looks dicey, we could like try and swim the rest of the way to the shore.
I would say it's like that's like a plan B kind of scenario. If we need to, we will, but otherwise we don't.
So I would also point out as things may be happening and developing currently too, because I believe everyone is a good alignment. Is there anyone who's not a good alignment?
Let me check.
I think we might be all some form of awful.
Let me check mine.
Let's see.
No, I'm more neutral.
Neutral.
I'm chaotic.
Sorry.
I'm chaotic good.
Chaotic good. Okay.
Neutral good.
Neutral
I'm more
good.
of a neutral person. I'm more of a like.
Well, it should say it should Lawful neutral. Okay.
Well, that's for me.
And you're neutral good, Amber. So you're like you're the same alignment as DL. And what are you, Cairo? What is Cairo?
I said lawful. I said lawful neutral.
Lawful neutral. So you're the only one that's not actually a good alignment.
Like I'm not straight up. Like I still follow the laws of that, but I'm not straight up like the goodest of intentions at all times.
But you could waffle between a little bit. Okay, but you're the ones not good. So the folks who are a good alignment, I'm going to just point out, because before you start something that is not able to be contained,
this could change.
There are a huge number of just basically innocent people on this boat.
That's what I'm saying. We probably shouldn't do. And
I would like to also remind everybody that nobody has weapons or armor. The only armor that's on is on gears.
That's
So-
why I'm saying we probably shouldn't do much of anything. We should
No,
probably
that's
just.
why. That's why I said like stall for time because like if there's like a glass window, gears could break through it, and then we could all jump out.
Yeah. Well, there's a door just in. You can see it from where you're at. There's a door to your right that goes out. That's remember before the performance, you guys went and stood out by the railing.
Yeah.
Amber,
That's
Amber,
true.
and
We ever did
Amber,
that.
Like-
Amber, and Rex. Remember, Gear stood out there, kind of like
Well,
being the bodyguards.
shouldn't-
So
Remember, I was right out there with them because remember, right before the performance, I did the invincibility thing. So yeah, I would do that actually.
We could stall until like the shore gets like close enough, and then we could get out like just by like jumping over the railing.
okay.
If we have to.
Okay. You're there for maybe 10 minutes. And Pao Ming opens up, and she has a gentleman with her that you are not familiar with. He looks. I mean, you guys have seen like sailors and shit. He looks like just basically like a old school like sailor. Like he's got that rough
Like he looks
look.
like the gruff
look.
old sailor.
And he's flanked by a couple of other like obviously they're dressed as crewmen as well, and they're kind of behind her. And so she's like, I'm gonna ask this once. Do you have any information about the death of our captain?
Okay. I'm gonna say this.
She asked it to the group, like to the whole group.
I'm gonna say this out of character first. I feel like at this point we should almost just tell her that we were asking him something and he just died suddenly. We literally did not know what happened otherwise.
It could be like natural causes.
Basically the way
Natural causes. He's got blood. He had blood coming out of his ear.
He had blood coming out of basically everyone on his head.
Yeah.
Okay, what about a stroke?
Well, okay. I'm just gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna just kind of walk a little bit forward to say we were asking the captain a question, and he suddenly had this. And I know it's gonna sound hard to believe, but he had this sudden pain in his head. And I'll tell you a bit after he did actually die. I tried to bring him back, but he just went right out again.
And you didn't feel like reporting this to anyone that our captain had died?
I was going to, but I wanted to tell them. I wanted to tell the rest of the people here first. So that way we could, tell everybody from there.
Make a deception check for me.
The funny part is I'm not even lying to her. That's the funniest part.
You're not, but you are holding back some stuff. It's almost like an insight check versus deception here. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy, come on.
I might have to use luck here depending on what happens. I will first roll the thing to see what happens first.
Don't we have that re-roll thing on
if he has inspiration. Okay.
I do have luck as well though. Remember, I can do that too. So
do you want to re-roll that with a luck point?
Yes, because that is a 10, and I don't exactly like a 10 in this scenario.
Get lower.
Okay. This is the only time I can actually redo this easily, so let's hope this gives me something good here. At least half decent. It doesn't need to be majorly amazing. It just needs to be at least above.
Okay, you do have inspiration still, right?
I used it before.
Yeah.
Good lord. Fuck!
All right. Now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
The best part is it's funny that I'm still not technically lying to her.
Do I have to?
No, it's me. It's me.
No,
She's
right,
into my
right,
trying
right
to get
now,
into my
just Kyra, right.
Okay, just a quick out of character thing. Is she actually trying to just read our minds or something? I'm not gonna use the information anyway, but is she trying to do that?
I don't know. You don't know that. You have any idea what she's doing.
You're a terrible liar.
Okay, I'll do the saving throw anyways at this point.
I mean,
yeah.
Don't forget, I also kept asking you guys how much you weighed to cross a bridge that was in no way ever going to collapse, and you guys were freaked out. So I kind of do that kind of thing.
Okay, there we go.
You fuck with us a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that first roll was good.
Oh,
Her
the
beat
10 was 10 fine,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, no, though, but the 11 was not. You feel it. You feel so. Here's the transparency on this. She was trying to see if she could give some kind of tell.
yeah.
At 12 did not beat her intelligence roll of 17
Oof.
for her insight.
For her to know, that I was
So
kind.
that gave her advantage on the detect. Basically, gave you disadvantage on the saving throw for her detect thoughts. So
Yeah.
her eyes go
Fuck!
like very wide, like, and you feel it in your head. You know she's gotten information out of your brain.
At this
Like,
point,
you
like
can
just
feel
kind of
that
putting the
difference.
putting the thoughts of like at least what happened with the captain and because I
Yeah.
know, because obviously she would know, like that would be in the forefront of
But
my head.
the reason that role was required because she could read surface thoughts, right? And I was giving you guys the benefit of the
Oh,
doubt on the
she's
surface thoughts.
oh
she-
fuck! I know. Oh, I know what I know what. Oh, what race is she? Because I know there's a race that does this.
But she dug in a little bit deeper, and she's like, "Oh, well, hello, Cairo."
Crap.
At this point, just not even. At this point, just throwing the hood back. At this
And
point, that
and,
she knows there's no point in hiding it.
she looks over and she goes, "Amber."
She knows our names now. So.
Yeah, and she's Rex, or she goes Kalen, or should I say Rex? She
Like
says,
she doesn't my head. Oh no.
she says, says, she says, "Come behind stage." And she looks over and she says, Nelvin. He goes, "Back to the bridge. Keep us on course." Do you follow her
Basically,
behind?
I mean, of course, at this point, there's no point in not listening to her. So.
Okay. She comes. So she go back behind stage and she says,
Because of course, want to play as good as we can about that.
And she says, "Okay, you don't know this, but you've done me a favor."
Oh.
What?
Wait, what?
She says, "With the captain gone, I have every intention of taking control of this vessel and all of his assets.
Okay.
However, appearances do need to be maintained."
Okay. Then let's know what needs to happen next.
She says, "So tell me, how is your swimming?"
Uh-oh.
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 Oh no! I was joking.
Well, I'm kind of more magic, so I'm not really. I don't know if I'm that good of a swimmer.
So she says, "We can do this one of two ways."
Okay.
She goes, we can make a show for the crew, so they maintain loyalty to me.
Okay.
Of tossing the murderers overboard, or we can keep you on this boat and we can really turn you over to the true authorities.
I
think we only have one choice
I
now,
like
don't
option.
we?
I like option one.
I think I like the water option more because the other option requires more.
So do I.
investment.
So she goes, very well, stay here. And and you hear her step back, and you hear there's more footsteps that ring back, and she says again to the very weathered sailor.
The gruff old
She
man.
goes, "Nelvin, get your men, throw these murderers overboard." And there's just these crewmen big guys just start grabbing you guys by the arms and taking you over they take you out the door and kind of push you rough. And there's other like crewmen that are standing around, every once in a while, like maybe you'll see like them like tell a passenger to go back down, but you can tell even the passengers like kind of know something's going on down below. And they push you off to the balcony. And it is like 4 a.m, and you feel yourselves without resistance as you've decided to go along, be tossed over the railing and one by one splash into the cold waters of the river.
Well, I guess that means I guess we got out of it technically.
I guess my plan did work. The plan
So-
probably made it close enough.
You basically are in the river, and it is cold, and it is the waters are very
Yeah.
chilly. I mean, you're not up in the frozen north, but it is definitely
It's like the
it's-
cold 4 in the
it's
morning.
it's cold 4 in the morning water, and the waters are a lot choppier than you would think they are, and it definitely is like you're getting the wake from the boat as it's
Yeah.
going, as it's leaving, and you see it start going off, and you guys are basically standing in like a little area with each other and like swimming, like basically treading water and maintaining
Yeah.
yourselves above water.
Mhm.
I would like everybody to make me okay. Any You're all basically, it likes to say you're in like a little semicircle, like a little circle together,
Yeah.
treading water. Any
Mhm.
anything you want to do to help yourselves, anything you want to do, period, right now. Before we say you start swimming the shore.
Hold on. I'm looking through my items. I have something that's called water skin. What does that do?
But do we have
That's
a
for
water
drinking.
bottle? That's a
Oh, water
bottle.
skins, like that's a water bottle. But you don't
Ah.
have any of that stuff. You remember you're all
Oh
of your
shit!
equipment.
You're right.
The
Fuck.
only person even
Yeah.
has armor is yours because it's integrated into your body.
Yeah.
Everybody
Shit.
else is in common fine clothes to do this part.
I need to look through. Give me a second to look through my spells real quick because I need to see if I can find anything. Okay, real quick, small question. How far from like the shore, from from the edge of the shore are we?
It's probably gonna take you a good you're and it's a big river, but you probably
Yeah.
got a good 10-15 minute swim to get there.
I was meaning like distance wise, basically.
Wait.
Oh gosh. Let me see. You guys don't actually. No one really has swim speed, but
Wait. Hold
That's
on.
why. Yeah.
hold on.
Query, real quick. When it comes
Yes.
to like,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm the only one who has armor. Does that mean that I have nothing else? Do I not have the boots still, or?
No, you don't have
Fuck.
any. You're in
Well, actually,
regular
hold on.
clothes otherwise.
Couldn't you have technically kept the boots on actually if you wanted to?
I mean they would
Weren't
be.
weren't they detecting magic on everyone though?
Yeah, they were, and the boots
Oh
also.
yeah, they were.
And
Somebody else. Oh, I see. Wearing just normal boots. If
yeah,
they're
Fuck.
the boots also have like little wingy things on them, so like it
I
would
think
be.
we have no choice but
Wait.
just swim it.
Wait a minute. Would Rex have? Okay. Would he have his flute on him?
Rex has his flute on him. Rex was performing. Rex does have his flute.
Okay.
Flutter,
Don't
is
we
there
have
anything,
access to?
is there anything
Don't
you
we
can
have
do
access to?
for us?
Don't we have access to fly right now?
Yes, we would.
Flutter, please Peter Pan us out of here.
I don't think he can't. All he would be able to do would be potentially carry someone though.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think he can carry gears because he's the heaviest.
I would say no. I would say it's probably it'd either be Gears or somebody evolving around that probably.
Like someone who would like sink, who's most likely to sink the most.
All right, hold
Well,
on.
Okay, hold on. What does fly exactly do? Like, what can fly do exactly? Like, how exactly does fly work with this?
Well, if you think happy little thoughts in your head and you believe really
Well, no, I
hard.
mean the actual spell. Like,
Oh.
touch a willing creature.
And this is once a day. This is from the flute. This is from the magic
Yeah,
instrument.
I'm trying to think if there's like a way that we can technically like.
Wait.
Because can the flute spells be used at higher levels if he could?
Hold on.
No, these are the.
Oh, they're at
well,
the level that they're at, basically.
They are they're I think they cast at level 3.
Like whatever
Yeah.
the bare minimum for them is, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like,
but
that's
that comes from, that's not an actual. I mean, well, it's a bard thing, but that is
Yeah, I
from.
was meaning like, was it like, could it have been upcast to be needed to? Well,
Yeah,
okay,
when you guys got the magic items from the halfling area,
yeah.
that's where he got this. This was that.
Oh.
Okay.
he got-
That's what I wanted to make sure. I wanted to see if it could be upcast
Oh.
or not. So okay.
Oh wait. I might have a spell that can help
Okay,
us.
so I think we're just gonna. We might just have to.
I hold on. I might have a spell that can help with that. Help with at least with the movement.
Okay.
Well then, yeah, that's you though.
Well,
That's only for you.
what if I basically carried Amber or Angus on my back?
Might be able to do one of them, yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
I will tell you, you guys are kind of discussing things. You're like, how are we going to get over there? And basically, in my mind for the role play of this, you're basically are trying to like, how are we going to get back to the thing? And you're kind of discussing it like we're doing.
Yeah.
And
Can we at least catch the direction the ship like went on before it
oh, yeah, you know the direction the ship was going, and it was it
Mhm.
was heading back to Yartar because it was on the backside of its nightly trek
Yeah.
down the
So
river and
that
back.
way we at least could follow that general direction on foot.
You could for sure.
Yeah, let's make the land, then we could just kind of take a turn and go that way.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so Flutter is 1, Hero's 2, Angus is 3, Gears is 4, and Chalice Amber is 5. So here we go. So it is Gears who everyone notices kind of gets bonked in the head. Not in a not in a damage way, not in a damage way.
Yeah.
But everyone is very surprised at the fact that there is a when you recognize what hit him in the head continues like upward, and it looks to be a ladder, like a rope
Okay.
ladder.
Ow!
And
We might.
as you all look up to see where that came from, you can
Uh-huh.
see barely through the fog and through like the moonlight that's out. There's a strange vehicle that's hanging in the sky overhead.
We
And-
might wanna climb that rope because this seems
We're
like a good way to
saved!
get out.
We're saved!
Several
Or-
more, several more ladders drop down, so there's enough for everyone to try like be.
Okay, there's enough
up.
for all 5 of us to get up there, basically, easily.
All right.
So you see, it looks like it's in the air, but as you start climbing up the ladder, it looks like
Yeah.
a small ship, like with sleigh runners on the bottom, and it appears like it is held aloft by a giant, like by a balloon. Like by
It's basically like
Is it
like
an
an air
airship?
balloon kind of situation.
Yep.
Ooh.
See if I can find a picture.
I think I know what you're. I think I know what you're talking. It's kind of like it's kind of technically a sky ship, but without the way to levitate on its own.
Oh my god! It's the house from Up!
No, it is not the house from Up.
No.
They're like contemplating as we're going up the ladders, like for a split second, contemplating pushing him off the rope, but then thinking, no, just don't do that.
Oh, cool! Someone actually did a made
did a rendition of this.
someone made like an actual model for like when they were gaming.
Oh,
Like
Ooh,
for a
let's see
minute,
it.
someone made like a miniature thing. Actually, it looks
Oh,
very
shit.
cool.
okay.
Here we go. Picture coming in the Discord server.
All right. Just
Oh wow!
Oh, I
So-
see. Wait,
Oh
hold
my
on.
God.
Is that,
Let me
hold
actually
on.
quickly let me quickly show this on the recording because this
Wow.
looks really good. Let's see here.
that's detailed. Wow.
Wow, that looks great.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
So you get over. So they basically have tossed down the
Toss down the road.
rope. And it has this enormous balloon, and when you
Yeah.
get there, it looks like you can tell. It looks like it's some kind of like thick hide.
Right. Like
and-
it's made of some kind of creature, basically.
There's like a giant crow's nest. The balloon is roped to the gondola, like you can see, and fitted to steel runners. So they leave. They basically they're tossed down these long ladders and the sides of the ship, and you're climbing aboard.
Yeah.
And you get over the edge, and you see there's basically 8 male and female crew members, and
Yeah.
they're all wearing like black leather armor and black masks over their face.
Okay.
Oh my
And
god, we've been
Hold
rescuing
on.
plasma.
Hold
so
on.
one of the women's come forward. One of the women comes forward and
Yeah.
says, I am Delphine. We come to you on behalf of Cloth, Klauth, the great
Okay.
dragon of the great dragon of the north. Cloth offers you
Okay.
this vessel and our services as a gift, so that you may cross this vast dominion while avoiding the many perils of the land below. War against
Oh,
giants is inevitable.
it was the what? It was KLAUTH, right?
Yep, I'll give you the whole thing in just a minute. I'll give you the whole text.
Okay.
War against the giants is inevitable, but the great dragon commands you to forge ahead and face your destiny. The ordering of the giants is broken, and they are not united. Slay their
Right.
leaders, and you may yet prevail. If you succeed in quelling the giant threat, Cloth bids you come to his hidden veil so that he can reward your bravery.
What?
Oh my god. Do we have an airship right now?
I think we have an airship.
Oh my god, we have an airship!
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay. Regardless,
Well, at
though.
least we don't have to go in the ocean.
Yeah,
True.
but regardless, though, we might want to still head back to
Yeah,
get our stuff at the very least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea.
I miss
Yeah.
my chicken.
Okay, so they basically she says, well, what is your command? Where do you wish to go?
Do we know the general direction of the
Oh, yeah.
place we
I
stopped
would
before?
know what it's called because I work for Lord Chamberlain.
Yeah, and you guys
Yeah,
went there.
then-
You guys traveled from there to the
Okay.
the ports, to the docks at Yartar too. So
All right. Yeah, we'll probably
you definitely you
explain
could
that
you could
this
basically you
thing
could fly, you could just follow the river north or I guess not
Yeah.
north,
Yeah.
east, and then you would know how to get there from there. You could fly, you could just fly over the roads. So
Yeah.
so
We'll
okay,
probably
so
do that.
so the rest of the night into the morning is spent with the traveling back to basically traveling back to Lord Chamberlain's manor,
Yeah.
and they lower the ship enough that they can let you guys can climb down back
We
to
can
the
get down.
ground, and
Mhm.
they're they basically give you they hand she hands each of you like a little signal whistle. Basically, it's a little
All right.
silver whistle. It has
Okay.
like draconic symbols carved into it.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think who was it. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. The thing, and um if you were to blow in it, and I'm sure some of you would have to pick it up and like try it. It doesn't make a
Yeah.
sound. It's kind of like a dog whistle.
Right.
And I'm trying to think what you guys were. I want to say I think it was Ultraman, where they used a whistle at one point where he called Ultraman. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
No, that might have been God. That might have been Godzilla. That might have been one of the Godzillas.
Actually, I know
Is it
exactly.
from the Godzilla cartoon, the one that was made by the Men in Black?
Actually,
animators?
no. I know. I know.
Uh,
Go ahead, Sentai. Which one was it?
It was from the Godzilla Power Hour. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, because no joke, when I was younger, I used to watch that show.
And
Wait,
Godzuki. How could you
was
not?
it that Godzilla Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
That's
It
the
was.
one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like that. It's a little silent whistle, but it's got like draconic symbols on it and like dragon like themed thing. So hands each of you one and says, "We'll be afloat. We will lower. We are these are magic, and they will let us know. They will signal us to lower the ladders. So once you're down, they pull the ladders back up, and the ship just kind of remains floating over the manor. And you are greeted by the concierge again, and takes you in. Obviously, welcomes you back in, and leads you back to Lord Chamberlain. He goes, "How did it go? Did you get what you needed?"
We
Yeah.
did.
It went along swimmingly.
We did, but we
That was
did,
good.
but unfortunately, unfortunately, due to some sort of outside forces we don't know but when Angus is in Hero and sorry, Cairo went to question the captain, and after they finished interrogation, he suffered some sort of trauma to his
I guess he just kind of just died at that point. We don't know exactly what caused it, but
he tried to revive him, but then he simply died again.
yeah,
That's strange.
yes,
And it
very.
says, you're welcome to stay the night. Your things will be brought to your rooms, and you're welcome to stay tonight. Stay for dinner. Stay for the morning. Have a rest, and then if there's nothing else you need, I would expect for you all to be on your way at that point.
I
there,
reunite with my chicken hen solo.
Hen Solo's there.
There was one thing else. The second in command of the ship did identify who we were, and then threw us off. There's no concern that this will basically lead to any further consequences, right?
He thinks about it. You see him smile. He's like, well, I mean, even if what you're saying is if she read your mind, she knows you're not responsible. And this wouldn't be Pao Ming, would it?
It actually would. Why?
Yeah, why?
I feel as if this investigation will be over. I thought she's always struck me as someone who has been very ambitious, and if this could be pinned on an outside, I just feel like if she could have killed the captain, she would have gotten away with it. If she was fortunate enough to fall into the captain position on the Grand Dame, I don't feel like this is going to go any further. And even if it does, and he gestures around to like the opulence of his manner. He says, "I'm get away with murder, rich." So,
that's that's at least reassuring. Somewhat.
Just kind of looking at the ground a little floored at what we're basically being told. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. So basically, he's claiming that he's wealthy and it's really not going to be an issue.
He's rich enough to basically make it not a problem anymore.
Correct.
Good.
Murder. What murder?
And I'm gonna for your planning going from this point on, I'm going to put this out there for you, because you were told that the Morkoth was is sailing around the northern island in the trackless sea. So you're aware that is a link to a map of that area. You can see some of the places you've been to. You can see like Waterdeep on the right. You can see Bryn Shander, where you first encountered the giants to the north near the spine of the world.
Okay, yeah, I can see it now.
You've been to a lot of these places actually now. But so that is where you have been told that this ship is going to be is sailing in this area. So that's a fairly big area to search. You can see the miles on the thing. So just for your next step. So everyone go ahead and get yourself a long rest. You now have all of your stuff. At that point, and is there anything you want to do between now and really it's you've come in the early morning. He said you can stay the night and you can and the next morning you'll be leaving. So during the day today and this evening, is there anything particular anyone wants to do?
Query.
I can't.
I'm probably gonna just take up. I'm gonna go into.
Let me do this again. We'll start this one at a time because everyone talks over each other, and that's my fault.
Yeah.
So, we're starting. I'll start asking, and anything you want to do between now and the time this evening, or between the time you leave in the morning, Rex.
Not really. Not.
Okay. I mean, expectations is he'll feed you. You'll
Give
be
us
able
stuff
to
that gets
rest.
better.
Your stuff gets back and everything. He's
Yeah.
basically giving you a night to rest and recover before you are. And he said it very nicely, but it's obvious he believes at that point your business is done, and he does expect you to,
It's
get.
basically a case of I'm going to be nice, but please do.
Yeah, after
basically
he expects that sometime mid morning tomorrow you will be leaving his manor and kind of
yeah.
getting out of his hair.
Basically, in a non-polite way of saying it, basically, get out of my house.
Well, he's a businessman, and you had
I know
business
I know
dealings.
it's like it's the not nice way of saying. I'm saying like the nice way is like just please, like if you could leave my manor, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
yeah. He has been very very cordial and kind to you all, so that is fine.
course.
So nothing. So Rex is just gonna kind of chill out and relax. Cairo.
Just going into town if I can avoid like getting seen by too many people. Potentially, just pick up a diamond to
Yartar's not a small town. It's not water deep by any means, but it's not a tiny town. So you can
Yeah.
go and pick up supplies in town.
I'm only worried about getting an extra diamond because I just wanted to replace the one that I used. Basically,
There's no problem finding a diamond of that value. You can do that. Just take away the gold, add the
There we go.
diamond back, add the
Okay.
diamond back. Anyone else? So Angus, do you have anything you want to do between now and the next morning?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Gears.
When it comes to the shops in the town, is there anything that you feel would sell anything that's better quality than what I have currently in terms of weapons or such?
I mean, you got your weapons. What +1? Your shatter spike. I mean, how much?
That's gonna be a hard thing to find, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How much gold do you have on you? If you were, I will say, I mean, you guys would be. You saw the map. If you go open the browser and see the map, there is several large coastal cities. There's Neverwinter, which is a big city. Waterdeep down there is a big city.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think of all the ones closest to where you're going to need to be searching, there's some large cities you could do some stuff there.
We could always do some shopping later.
Yeah. All right.
So you're not that far off. If you'll look to see, like you remember, like the long road. So everyone look at the map real quick. In a browser, and I'll explain like kind of where you're at. So the river,
but still,
I'm
it's fine.
trying to find the map.
So the river you guys went down was the Desarin. So I guess you were going back west. So you guys were going down the river that is the Desarin River. You see Yartar kind of on the right.
Let me see.
Yartar. It is. If you were to look at like Helm's Hold and Neverwinter and just look a little bit east inward, you see Tribor and then Yartar.
Okay, I'm trying to see. It's not you not explaining it right. I'm just trying to see if I can find it myself. Okay, Neverwinter's at the top, correct?
Okay, so yeah, Neverwinter's kind of towards the top, and you see Neverwinter Wood is to the right. If you were to go and look to the east and just a little south, you'll see Tribor. You guys have been to Tribor multiple times.
Okay, I see Tribor now.
I
see Yartar.
Yeah, so you see Yartar. That's where you sailed out of. So basically, the sailing thing went down south and then took the river going to the east.
Yeah.
That's the river. And then back. That's the trek that the boat was going. About where the R is in Yartar, give or take, is where you jumped overboard.
Okay.
Just south of Yartar in the Desarin Hills is where the manor is. So that's the area you've been in.
We're pretty close to. Okay.
Right. So that's where you got to go, and that's the area you have to head to. So to answer your question, probably not in Yartar, but if you have money for it, you could probably find maybe equipment upgrades in one of the bigger cities. It'd have to be Waterdeep, Neverwinter.
Which we can check those when when we're on our way to closer to the area we need to be
we'll
at.
say we're still going off the same magic item price thing that we.
The fair magic item,
The fair magic item price. So if you have the gold for it and it's a reasonable we can talk about it
Of
just
course.
when we get there.
All right. It's
Alright.
just since I have some of the gold thanks to your little gambling incident, I'd like
Yeah.
to see if there is an opportunity to sort of at least
How much
upgrade
gold?
weapons.
How much gold you got on you?
Let's see here. 60 house and 639.
So you might be able to get something with $6 grand.
I mean, the worst I want to do is
okay,
maybe
Sentai,
pick up better, or maybe just like pick up. I'm just saying this myself as well. Maybe try to pick up like better armor so I can raise my raise my AC for a little bit. Because I'm at 14.
Alright.
That's not anything.
We can definitely do some shopping in one of the big
But,
cities.
yeah,
Alright,
in later sessions.
Anything else, Gears, you want to do outside of looking for magic items? It's probably a little too small town
No.
for upgrading what you got. Okay, no. Amber, anything you want to do then?
Aside from hug the chicken, no.
All right, no, you and Hen Solo are so how are you when Hen Solo is traveling with you? How is Hen Solo traveling? Is Hen Solo walking?
You already know this. It's like Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay, you got like a
It's
little.
basically like his head's kind of poking out of the bag, basically.
Gotcha.
Sentai's not in the game.
I know. Sentai
He
just
has
posted that
he
needed to close the browser.
Okay. Sorry.
He did say that,
I
so
just
yeah.
noticed that.
Okay. All
It's
right.
fine,
So
don't worry
so
too much.
it is the final morning, and what is the plan,
Alright.
folks?
Probably at this point, just like maybe starting out by just trying to see if like heading to one of the bigger, like maybe using the ship to get to a bigger town to see if we can find out like kind of narrow down the area per se.
Okay.
Like get some information. Like, to make the area, instead of making it like a couple hundred miles, make it like a smaller area.
Okay. So the plan is to go to where then? So you guys definitely have the airship, so you have now a pretty straight shot to go anywhere for now.
What in your honest opinion would probably be like, without giving too much away, the best place we could probably go for that kind of thing?
You're trying to get information about what? Tell me exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to find like where the ship, like if anyone knows where they've seen the ship.
Like anybody that knows like at least one of the routes they've taken, so we can check at least a few of the routes that they've taken, basically.
Well, I mean, the closest big city is Neverwinter.
Okay, then we probably go there with this. We would obviously would have to call the skyship and go there.
Okay.
Or
So-
we can also use the sleigh that we have.
Well, no, remember the sleigh involves us going over trace, so that the skyship is just a straight shot. Like it's just
There.
because
And
we're
the
not worrying
skyship,
about.
they
We're not
said-
worrying about
And they did say the skyship is at your disposal for now. And if you solve the giant threat,
Mhm.
you've been told you would get rewarded.
Yeah. So obviously we'll use the I would assume because we all have to use the whistles individually, using the whistles to call the skyship and going towards Neverwinter. Then.
Yeah, anyone can call it. They just will drop.
Okay, so it's basically a case of if one of us uses it, they know to drop all of
Yeah,
them. Basically.
you all have the ability to call it
Okay.
that way. That way, it's not just stuck with one person to be able to call the.
Okay, that's fair. That's what I was expecting.
I believe
Yeah.
I believe I found the exact tone of the own when the whistle is used.
Oh my god!
Really, man? Really?
Wait.
The
No,
sun
see, here's
storm?
the.
Oh,
Wait.
Oh, yeah, that's oh, bruh.
Are you playing on a recorder?
That's my ocarina.
Oh.
Nice.
Wait. Since when do you have a ocarina?
Dude, you live with him. How do you not know this?
This is news to me. When did you? Oh, okay. Is this if you got in Florida?
No, I got this I got this a while ago. I'll bring it up and let you see it.
You didn't tell me you got an ocarina.
I've had one for a while.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this now.
That? You hear
This
that?
is like this is the greatest thing that we've ever had a derailment happen ever. This is the greatest thing ever.
Okay, we're here.
DL, your dad had that since he was a baby.
I have not. So
It has not been that
I don't-
long.
I will tell you, I don't believe ocarinas existed as a thing when I was a baby. I don't think they were invented yet.
You breathe.
I don't remember when
you
ocarinas were
breathe
made, but
Ocarinas.
Well, when it had to have been when Zelda came out. That was the original.
it had
So-
to. It probably had to have been around the time Ocarina of Time came out, though. Because that's when ocarinas really became like really prevalent.
Okay, fine. You had one when DL was an infant.
I did not. I got this probably a couple years ago, but I've had it a little while. I'll show you. I'll bring it up. I'll let you see it.
Wow,
Um,
you
Anyway.
have a trade, don't you?
So the
No.
trip. So all right. So let's take care of this then, since
Okay.
well we're gonna let's do this.
Sensei needs
Since
to reboot. Sensei is completely rebooting his computer, by the way, so
That's
he
fine.
might sometime. So
It will be an eventful trip as you're flying.
Okay.
And was everyone in agreement that Neverwinter was the place you wanted to go?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. All right. Does everyone have the Sane Magic Item Price PDF?
I don't know
I
if
think I
I
need to
do.
re-download it, but I'm not. I'll probably just like, if anything, I'll probably wait till after the game and just DM you the stuff. Then at that point, how much it costs and just the costs with it then. Because I'm not too worried about doing it right this second. Like I'll just.
I was.
I was gonna get that. I'm gonna drop that into the thing.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
and-
You can
and-
drop
and-
if you can
and
drop it
then-
here real quick. Then
And
do it
then-
that way.
You could just drop the PDF download link in there and then pin it.
I think he might have already actually. Did
I
he
don't
or
remember
no?
if I pinned it or not, but it's.
Let me check.
I have dropped it in here.
You
but
didn't pin it, but it was
Or-
dropped
Um,
in here.
You should
Yeah.
should just pin it then. Go pin it.
Should I
like-
pin it?
Yeah. Yeah,
'cause-
because then that way it's easier to
No.
see.
Okay. You know what I think I'm gonna do instead, guys? I think I'm just gonna pin it.
Yeah, just pin
Okay.
it.
I think.
Yeah, pin it.
Yeah. That's it. That was a good idea that I had by myself. Yes,
Go
it's
to-
pinned.
Go to
Oh my
Pinterest.
God, this is so great.
It's there.
Now,
All right, it's there.
now you know where I get this from.
So if you want, so
Oh, I
to
love
save
it.
time, next
Great.
week. If there is something
Okay.
you want to buy and you have the gold for it on this list,
All right.
let me know. And if it is not unreasonable, we'll let it happen
Yeah.
because Waterdeep's a big city.
Yeah.
But that's the way we're still going.
Um,
If there's
what-
something not on this list that you want,
Yeah.
that you let me know, and I will try to find a comparable thing, and we will
how
put a number.
How are we handling armor with? Because I know there's like certain types of armor that make spellcasting weird. Are we not handling it like that, or how are we doing that whole thing?
I mean, it's the same. We're doing current rules as written.
Okay, so that means I need to find armor that's not like that's because I know there's a certain armor that makes.
That's going to let you. When you find armor that's going to be allowed for a cleric and warlock class, so that you could.
Yeah.
The other things you could do
Yeah.
would potentially be, and I haven't looked deep how they are, rings of protection.
Well, I can wear up to medium armor, so I'm good at least
Okay,
to there.
so you could do. So what are you wearing now?
I am currently wearing. Let me check. I think it's not very. I think it might be leather. It's leather.
Just straight leather,
Just straight up leather.
like no plus or anything on it, like regular.
It's
leather
just
armor?
regular leather armor.
So okay, so yeah, you could get. Let me look at the sheet now.
I have about 6,000 gold myself. So
Yeah. So you could get let me go pull it up. All right. Armor, consumables,
armor.
combat items. Here we go. Combat items are would be armor.
The combat items, from what I can tell, though, look like seem to be. Oh, there's maybe some armor in here.
Ooh,
See dragon scale, but
interesting. Ooh, this looks interesting.
I'm trying to see if I can find armor that because
So-
I don't want to raise my AC stupid high. I just want to raise it like just high enough that like I can at
So,
least maybe.
Plus one armor is going to cost you 1,500. When you get
Okay,
to
I can-
plu-
I
when
can-
you get
yeah.
you get to plus 2, it's 6
Uh-huh.
grand. It's 6 grand.
I might just have to drop. I might honestly, like, as much as I don't like, I might just have to go +1 for now, and then maybe bring a protection alongside it.
Okay. Anyway, look at that list. It has the armor stuff. The armor actually is listed in game changing items, but at this point in your career as an adventurers, +1 to me is not game breaking for that. So
No, +1's like that's normal. Oh wait, I actually do have ring of protection. Wait, then how do I not have? Wait, then why is my AC not higher? Because I already have a ring of protection actually.
Okay, what's your welcome back. I was just saying, I don't know if you're hearing or not on the thing, but we were Neverwinter was the where everyone flew to. I did put a copy of the same magic items in the Discord server. If anyone wants to shop for better things with some of the money that you guys have made, I just between now and next week, IME what's off the list, and I will look at it and approve or not approve depending on if I think it's going to break anything. And
I'm not gonna worry about trying to get it or break anything. I just want to raise my AC more than anything.
Okay,
at this
so
point.
everyone has it now. Just give me your shopping list. I'll approve or disapprove, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
So everyone's in Neverwinter, and the plan was to do what exactly? How are you going to go about trying to gather information on where the Morgoth is?
Probably going to the docks of Neverwinter and asking someone like the sailors around if they've seen like the routes the ship. I think it was Morgoth was the ship. Like asking if they've if they've seen the routes that it's taken to at least a somewhat like a softish degree to it somewhat. Like if they know the routes that it's taken somewhat, basically, is what I'm trying to say it.
Okay.
I think I'd go to the library and look up what and try to read about
do some
information about
research. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So I've got Cairo going to the docks. Anyone going with Cairo to the docks?
I will.
All right.
Okay.
So it is Cairo and Angus, the brain killing team.
It's the power duo that somehow accidentally made a captain go.
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't that frightening.
I do like that it came into play that you got to use your intimidation advantage. Which is
Yeah, I do like though that actually it came into play so quickly.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Remember, Sentai, you are ugly, but you are proud.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
But so okay, so you're going to the dock. Amber's going to check out, and they do have a big library in Neverwinter, so you can go check that out. I will say, everyone Neverwinter is a very human city. You are getting looks of kind of like, but I mean, as long as you're, not doing anything.
No, like we're not there to cause any trouble. We're there
against
to
the city code. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, Flutter cannot be my fake lover this time, which is sad.
I'm sorry. When he could be, you guys just keep playing that game.
I mean, we could, Flutter.
I'd rather we not.
I'd rather.
We could be real fake lovers.
No.
Well, Flutter, come on. You've always wanted a bunny girl. Girl, now you got one more thing throwing herself at you.
The disguise.
Let's actually not
purpose. There's no point in continuing this further. End of story.
But think about the romance.
End of story.
Leave it alone. Leave it there.
It was a thing, and now it's not. So anyway, so what are speaking of Rex and Gears? What are you guys doing? Is there anywhere you want to go try to find out any information? The goal is, I think, to try to see if anyone knows about the Morgoth, to see if they know where it might, to trying to basically, if I understand correctly, you're trying to limit where it
kind of take the area from try to take the area from a couple 100 miles to maybe 50 or something like that. If we have
I do have an idea, but but for this to work, are there any sort of like areas where like criminals or such would hang out or such? Because I recall that the captain did mention he was part of the Kraken Society. So
He did mention that.
Yeah.
So, I think as with any town, I think you could probably make your way around, and it wouldn't take long to kind of figure
kind of
out which
find
might be some shady areas. Yes, I would say yes. So there is probably a poorer part of town, which I think would be more of an area that you could maybe find the criminal element. So
well,
yes, I will
well,
say that.
well, Floyd, wanna go stop for the criminals?
Sure.
You kind of just sound like a trip to Target. That's not what this is.
Oh, gee, oh boy, oh swell, I sure love them criminals.
Oh boy, I sure want to go talk to them criminals. They might try to murder.
Okay.
Oh man, oh boy, these criminals are so cool. I love them so much.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So first, all right. So we'll start with Cairo and Angus. You're approaching the docks. You see dock workers. You see a couple of little like obviously like there's a tavern that's called the Krusty Krab. And, there's
Wait, what?
It's called the Krusty Krab.
With the K.
What?
With no,
Oh my god.
yeah,
With a
Well,
T
that's
or with a
with
K?
with two Ks.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Krusty-
god.
Oh,
anyway.
So it's just a nautical themed it's
Are
right there
you
on the dock.
Well,
I don't want any more of your nautical nonsense.
I
anyway.
thought that was something you wished. So that's what's there. There's dock workers. There's obviously
Yeah.
people loading up ships. There's people taking
Yeah.
stuff off ships. There's a
Of course.
couple of themed aquatic themed like taverns sitting around. Where you want to go?
Just probably I'd say at least I'm personally gonna start at least at like the dock workers. Just try without interrupting their work. Try to ask them if they've seen the Markoth before, and maybe some of the routes it's somewhat taken.
Okay. You start asking, and as you start asking about the Morkoth, no one seems to have knows. Like you're getting nothing. No one seems to have any like recognition of what that might be.
Are we talking
they're
are we talking like recognition like they legitimately don't know? Or...
Yeah, it seems like they're like I've never heard of that ship before.
Okay, so
I mean, some of them ask you like some follow-up questions. They're like, "Is that like a grain ship? Is that like a fishing vessel?" Like,
would we have been told what kind of ship it was?
You weren't. You were told the ship was the Morkoth.
Obviously, just like at this point, it's just answering any of the questions. We don't know exactly what it looks like. We just know the ship's name. We just know the ship's name, and that's it.
They're and you do run up on people like on the docks. They're all just like, I don't know. I'm not like no one seems to have it. If the ship has docked here, no one seems to be aware of.
Okay.
Of the.
Okay, so that's not really. Okay.
Let's try the taverns.
Yeah, we'll try the taverns next and ask the same question to see if they've seen the ship before in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, you go into the Krusty Krab and you see
Order a Krabby Patty.
I swear to God, if there is a goddamn squid working the register, I'm out.
There is not. There is
I was
not
about
a
to
squid
say.
working the
No,
register.
his name is just Squilliam.
Anyway.
There's a bartender behind the bar. There's a couple people sitting at some tables. So
of course. Just like without trying to intrude for too long, just ask various people just if they've seen the ship before on their travels or if they've seen it dock here before.
All right. Well, you start asking and around, and then you're getting kind of the same thing. Like you're asking you ask the people sitting down, and they're like, nah, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be any.
like they're kind of like they're thinking about like they might know a ship, but not that ship in particular.
Yeah, they just the name just doesn't seem to ring a bell with them as far as you don't see
Right.
anyone who, and I will say without even maybe not even necessarily an insight check because it's that they're not. It's like people that this is not a ship that is known to most people.
Right, like somebody might know it, but it's going to be hard to find that person right away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no one so far has. Yeah, no one so far has given any indication they know.
I guess just like working from like the door, like working up, like working kind of like left to right and then up and then back. You know, basically kind of taking like a pattern, going up through and asking everybody at least just one time if they know the ship in any way, shape, or form. Like if they've seen it on the travels, if they've seen it dock here, anything along those lines, basically.
Yeah, and as you go through, you're not finding anybody who knows this. This seems like it is probably a dead end. You could go ask the bartender. He's the only one you haven't really talked to so far.
Probably, yeah, probably go and ask him the exact same question I've been asking literally everybody else. Like, has he seen the ship in any way, shape, or form at all?
So the bartender looks up and he's like, "Are you gonna order something?"
I'm assuming that's the only way I'm going to probably get information. So just order like whatever is like not the cheapest per se, whatever like tastes the best for like a decent price, I guess.
So you want a kelp shake?
No.
No, it's he gives you this like he goes, "Here, try this." He goes, "We call it the seaweed."
Oh boy.
He goes, and it's just like a murky green drink. He's like, it was invented by me, Woodskird.
Oh my god.
You're having you're having too much.
I'm trying to take this seriously, and everything I hear now is just
I don't
like
know
a
what you're talking about. It's Woodskird. The bartender's name is Woodskird.
Wait, who runs the place? Eugene?
No, Meegene is his name actually.
Wait. One last question. Who cooks the food?
No, they don't serve food here.
Okay.
They don't.
I feel like just coming into this place was a massive mistake, because everything is just like a left hook to the fucking jaw.
Hey, Dad, be honest. You're having too much fun with this, aren't you?
I'm just telling you what's going on. I don't know what the deal is. I'm just explaining what things are going on. I'm just doing a little world building. That's all I'm doing. So
Wait. Where's Robert Sponge?
Anyway.
So you're not getting any real information on anything. So I will tell you that from what you found out and to the best of your ability, and then what I can tell you is that it seems like this is probably a dead end. It doesn't seem like there is
like nothing's here that could actually help us in any way.
Yeah, you're not really finding any. Yeah, no one seems to recognize the ship, at least by name that you're talking about. So,
right.
So
We should have asked about the Flying Dutchman.
The Dutchman?
No,
the Flying Dutchman.
But I mean, like, obviously, upon not hearing anything, we'll basically just like head back into town at that point.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I meant to say the Swimming Dutchman. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. And so next we'll go to Amber. You are in the library and you are looking up. So are you going to look up like what are you trying to look up just by name? I mean, it's do you want to ask like if there's a couple of librarians there?
I think I'm going to look up about the giants. Or is there anything you guys think I should be looking at?
I would say probably it would almost be better to probably like in tandem with looking at the giants, probably looking to see if like we can find out like if you can find out like what not like would there be like, and I'm only asking this because this is gonna be a way for clarification purposes. Would there be like a book of just like maybe like all the vessels that are currently out and about that could be looked through?
Like actually, if you're wanting to look, that wouldn't be something you would be able to. You may have to pay your way into doing that, but I would say there definitely would be like a harbor master who would have record of
Okay,
like
we'll
near
we'll
the
wait
dock.
until
So that would be the next thing. Let's let everyone go around and do their investigation. But that
Yeah,
would
and then me and Sentai will head back, like, because we'd probably would think about that, like as we're leaving, we're like, wait, let's check with this, let's check with, there might be a harbor master or something we can check with, and then we'll let everybody else do their thing, and then we'll go do that.
Was there like one point like a conflict between like the dragons and the giants?
was there what there's
Like, like a war or something?
Yeah, dragons and giants have always been at war. They never really get along.
Huh.
Yeah, that's just like a lot of that stuff's just common knowledge, to be honest.
So you start looking. I would like you to roll
But
me.
then again, I come from the Feywild, so would I know that?
I would say you've been here enough to know that would be fairly common knowledge.
All right.
Now I would say give me an investigation check, because
Ah, frick.
okay.
Wow, that was terrible.
Is
Yeah,
there? Do you want to use your? Do you have inspiration? I think you do that you haven't used yet.
you
Yeah,
might.
but my investigation roll. Actually, question. Could I possibly like change could I possibly like attempt to try and like pay like some coin to try and like get the ship records?
That'd be where we're at currently.
Well, yeah. Well, and no one knows. No one has known of this ship yet.
Okay.
Now-
Actually, is it possible to look up like if like the Kraken is in a book or not?
I will tell you the Kraken Society. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
If there's
Yeah,
a
like
Kraken-
is that in a book at all, or like is that like?
So you're looking for information on the Kraken Society, not necessarily the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say I will let you do another roll. Here's what we're gonna do, because we'll play this like how it would be. There is a librarian there. If you were to pay them, I mean, it don't take much, like maybe 5 gold. They will stop what they're doing and they will assist you with an investigating, and that will give you an advantage roll if you want to use your inspiration. Spend 5 gold and roll that again. You absolutely can.
Okay.
I mean, it's five. It ain't that much. That's only 5 goals. It ain't that bad.
Well, but you are blowing a
Actually, maybe not. But like.
you would be blowing
Is it possible though, if like, could I like fail at this, then just decide to go to the library and ask, and pay a bit extra gold instead?
No,
Like,
the
make it
library. The library. Here's your options. You could roll. You can just roll it straight. Don't and spend your inspiration. Don't spend the gold, but that's only 5 gold, and you would roll it as a straight roll. Or if you got help, which is that's the action from the librarian for 5 gold, I'll let you roll with advantage, so the higher roll will count.
I'm unsure if like what to use the inspiration on. That's the problem.
Well, that would be this roll. I'd let you re-roll.
That'd be the roll that it basically would be like you'd be getting help.
I'm gonna let you re-roll the thing with advantage, but you're gonna have to spend your inspiration and 5 gold.
All right, I think I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. So the next roll is investigation at advantage for information about Kraken Society. I'll say for Kraken Society, or even like information about the ship. Well, like you're looking for both. I'll give you, since you're spending
a little bit of
inspiration
both.
on it. So go ahead and give it a roll. Okay. So I will tell you, it is hard to find anything of detail about.
Why am I failing?
About it just happens sometimes. However, I will give you a. You did find one like reference that was really just a rendering. And you're not even the one that finds it. It's the librarian finds it, brings it over to you. Goes, I don't know if this is, because you've mentioned the ships. Like, I don't know if this helps or not. I mean, there's not much to it. I don't even have any additional text. And he pulls out like a piece of parchment that was in one of the older books, and it's this.
Okay.
Oh.
Is it actually the?
Are you kidding me? It's an actual squid.
It's an actual. Okay.
Oh great! We found the Squidward boat, everyone.
Okay. And underground people who are so Rex and Gears, you're in the kind of the slum area.
I just had a question. What am I allowed to take this with me?
For 5 gold, yeah, he'll let you take it.
Okay, I'll take it with me for 5 gold.
Yeah. So I'll actually put it in. It's going to be it's in everyone's journal right now. So just you guys don't officially know what the ship looks like yet, but now you do. All right.
Now, or at least I definitely know what the ship looks like now.
You do for sure. So Gears and Rex, real quick, what are you gonna do? Are you going to talk to folks? How are you gonna approach it? There's people like down alleyways. There's a couple of real shady dive bars. What are you looking at? Who are you approaching? What are you doing?
Let's think here. So I'm actually trying to think about this because let's see here. So I think that one of our best options is to try and keep an eye out for any sort of like sort of low life criminals and such that would actually be willing, that would actually be like willing to spill their guts or whatever, or no real like crime bosses or anything like that. Like like rats.
You're looking at thugs, like just like little, like you're looking like just henchmen type people, right?
Yeah, because it's likely that crime lords and such won't give away stuff like that.
Okay, you see definitely a couple shady characters entering like a little dive bar. So you could follow them in.
Want to follow them in? What?
Sure.
Okay, so you follow them in. They go up. They get, one of them sits down. The other goes up and gets some drinks for his table, and they come back and it's kind of dark. The place is kind of like, it kind of has a kind of a funk smell to it, and it's definitely like it's definitely dim lit. People are kind of talking in whispers at different tables. You see some folks like in the corner like playing like some dice games and just like betting money, and there's a crappy little bar and a bartender just kind of cleaning up with a dirty rag. So what do you want to do? You want to approach him? What do you want to say? Who's approaching?
Do you think I should approach because I am pretty tall and intimidating and such like that?
If you try to intimidate, you absolutely may.
I mean, I wouldn't say straight up try to intimidate, but maybe like it would be better for the big like almost machine looking guy to be the guy.
You watch up and you see they look up and they both look up at you as like you're very imposing, and the little audible gulp, and they're like, is there something we can help you with?
Yes, I was hoping that you gentlemen would be able to provide me and my friend here with some information.
And they kind of look around. They're like, are you guys City Watch?
No.
If you're City Watch, you have to tell us. It's the law. Otherwise, it's entrapment.
I do not think that is the case, but the point is we are not part of the City Watch.
Still might be as I'm in the background, like just breaking character, completely losing my mind over this whole thing.
It's like, he goes, well, if your coin's gold enough, have a seat.
Oh my god.
And what?
You might have to use a
fine.
little bit of money to persuade them, basically.
So you sit down, and I'm assuming that Rex sits down too.
Mm-hmm.
That is so
And he's like, and he kind of holds his hand out.
All right. First of all, before I give any gold, we need to know for sure if you have information on what we're looking for.
Oh, pulling. Okay, that tactic might actually do something.
Well, I don't think you understand how that works here, friend. Because once you have the information, I've got no way to take it back.
Yeah, so you don't gotta give up much
How do
gold,
I
but,
know you're gonna pay me the gold?
I swear. Where are my where are my alignment, and that I will pay you for your information.
He's like, you sure do talk like a cop.
You'll forgive me. It was how it was made.
Oh my god.
He goes, how about this? 2 gold now for answering your question with whatever I know. And if it's worth more, if it's worth to you, you can pay me 2 more.
All right, deal.
So he takes the 2 gold, and he hands one. He takes one and pockets his hands one, and he's like, "All right, what's your question? What's your question, friend?
What can you tell us about the Kraken Society?"
He looks around. He looks around. He's like, "Oh shit." He says, "You're looking for the Kraken Society?"
We're looking for the Kraken Society and a ship.
He digs his hand into the pocket of his friend who he just gave the gold to, pulls out both gold pieces, hands them back to you, and he goes, "We're done." He gets up and they both leave.
Oh shit. That means they're terrified. Oh god, they're terrified.
Well, fuck that. Fuck that didn't work.
They get up and leave.
Well, fuck that didn't work at all.
All right, we're gonna call it there. I will tell you, this is going to be what you have learned. Basically, is that it is probably not going to be able to narrow down. Now, we were told that it was in the northern islands, so you have a couple of small islands you could do around and check. So you are kind of fairly limited to going around islands.
Like it's a little smaller of a space than it was.
So we will pick up next week with the search and finding
with this
but you do. This was not entirely fruitless because you do know.
We know what the ship looks. We know it's for now when Amber brings the information to the rest of when we all meet up
after 2 net ones.
And more importantly than that, we also know something now about society.
You do know that they are feared in the underworld, or at least by these guys. They were not wanting to take your gold to kind of answer any questions about that group.
They were like, we want nothing to do here.
We do know that we live in a society, yes.
God damn it. Anyway, but yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of the Rising Legends Chapter 3. It's time for the sign-off. Go!
I have been your flamboyant firefighter 98 thing. On fires.
You know, and I've been your speaking here on it. It might have been a little smarter to, in the shady area, maybe have the tiefling and the goblin go.
Yeah,
you guys wanted to go to the dock. I wanted to try something different, so sue me.
Okay.
I mean, fair, but
besides, I'm the big intimidating one. I figured I'd be able to, intimidate people.
It's a here nor there thing, basically.
Actually, if Hiiro and Sentai were to go, they probably would have gotten someone else's brain blown up or something.
I dub the Captain Killers.
Yeah. Anyway, go.
I'm Chalice, and watch out, guys. Hiiro is deadly and dangerous, and so is Sentai. Their brains will literally blow out.
I've been also likely Fanboy Sentaifan to 100, and if I don't kill something in the next 5 minutes, I might make that come true.
Take DL, not me.
Oh Lord.
If I can hit him.
All right.
Anyway.
And I, of course, have been in contact with beloved Overlord, real guy extraordinaire, DLBot 2016, reminding you that I'm just a passing through Toku fan. And remember that. And rather than words to the wise, I have a question. Oh! Gotcha!
Yeah.
Pirate under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Anyway.
You can't really ask the question. It's not really SpongeBob SquarePants now, is it?
Robert Spongebrick.
Well,
don't forget to praise our more content group.
anyway.
And of course,
There we go.
ciao, we'll see you all next time. And of course, our DM Markus says.
Good night, good job. I'll most likely kill you next week.
Oh my God.
Oh,
my
have a good
God,
night,
you had too
folks.
much fun
Take
at the
care.
end- at the end
We'll
there,
see you
didn't
all
ya?
next time. Bye.
Hey.